from Minneapolis. Junauda Petrus.
You're a very beautiful, microphone person. Oh, thank you. You've been taking care of this microphone not too short, microphone not too tall. It's so good to be here. It's so good to be here in Pangea World Theater. Especially when in a time where our country wants to be singularly sacred to the existence of it all, to have a theater that wants to center the world and the world in all of us, and the world that all of us love, and just even looking in this crowd and being in this space and being reminded that we need to take up space. I was at a retreat and somebody gave a talk, and their emphasis was around taking up space as an act of resistance. And I think right now with all that's happening, especially those of us who visibly look like what's being targeted, we need to take up space and we need to support everybody. Just feeling joy, feeling sweetness, feeling care, all of these things. So I feel as much as like I cried today. I've been feeling some tears trying to come. It's cancer season. I'm cancer. Y'all look okay. But like, yeah, I felt like the sadness. You know how it takes a while, and then it's just sitting there. And then one of my besties from high school came and picked me up, and looking at her face just allowed it to come out of me. And I was grateful, you know what I mean? To have somebody who I could ugly, nasty cry to when, this shit is hitting the fan, as we all know. Sorry, babies in the audience, I do swear. I wrote a poem that's a part of a book I'm working on, but it felt right for this project. I think because Pangea is a world theater, but it's also a hood theater. And I think it's important that we all feel like we have access to theater. I think that's the importance of the world, is that it's also very provincial and tight. So this is a piece I wrote called Hood Girls, and I'm gonna just read it. Let me tell you about these hood girls, okay? The nerdy, bookish walk 5 blocks to Franklin Library to procure their weekly supply of escape, other dimensions in the galaxy of herself, hood girl. The goth hood girls, the black eyeliner, shaved head, spiked platform Doc Martens, leather choker hood girls. That take the bus, walk home with her tuba for the weekend to practice, all-city orchestra band, nerd hood girl. Oh, then there's the head wrap hood girls, incense and bags of fresh fruit, reading all kinds of Masada and Mia Ujamal. Hood girls of libation, pouring, soul sister, make ginger tea for period cramps, choose on licorice fruit at the protests and boycotts. Don't trust the white man, trust herself. Hood girl. These hood girls are just girls in the hood with the hair done so right, meticulously, the gels, pink lotion, pomades, and oils that regroom our nappy existence into, through, and beyond. Hood girl. The tiny Afro hood girls with the oversized headphones, Walkman blasting, Outkast, Mary J, Anita Baker, Minnie Riperton, singing with her pretty voice, thick butterfly, flutter eyelashes, hood girl, floating home fast to read Mickey Giovanni, hood girl. The can and can't fight, hood girl. The scrappy and non-scrappy, hot and hot-headed, who got reasons to fight and reasons to be mad, hood girls. The descendants of root women, hood girls. The great-great-great-great-granddaughters of escapees of plantations and big mansions and modest houses of captive torture, hood girls. The ones who are afraid, and the ones who are never scared, and the ones who did what they had to do to survive, hood girls. The bad hood girls, the good hood girls, the sometimes bad, sometimes good hood girls. The overwhelmed by the sounds of the lights and the noise and the feelings, hood girl, dreaming of the forest and the trees, hood girls in the country where it is safe for dark-skinned honeys of femme persuasions, so she can be a soft fairy of the trees, mycelium and leaves, hood girl. The hide in plain sight, hood girl disappears into herself, into past and future dimensions, daydreaming out the window in a building of fluorescent lights, non-stop talking of teachers who ain't hood girls and could never understand the needs of a hood girl's heart, the contours and crevices of it, the constant unveiling of wisdom and joys and aches within it, front of you in plain sight. This hood girl is so full of feelings. A galaxy of feelings, a hood of feelings, an existence of feelings so unfathomable that only a pearl can know what it is to hold the tough truth of you so tight, so close, so protective, so mercurial, so violacious, tender against violence and debris. Yes, only the pearl and beings that live in the deep sea, octopus children of Atlantis, understand the hood girl. They will lie to you about the hood girl and say that she was a thing that she wasn't. They say the hood girl is a taker, say she didn't know herself, that she had no sense or sensuality or sentience to her. They will say that is how all of them are and how they all have been. Just foolish and insatiable, loyal and obedient, Jezebel or Jemima, hood girl. The hood girl is strangely never allowed to be a hood woman. She's always a child, even though the hood girl raised America, nurtured, fed, and housed America in her body and womb and breast. The hood girl isn't even in the hood. America is inside the hood girl. Her very body, living rent-free and reckless, fucked up and feckless. Minneapolis, St. Paul, Brooklyn Center, Chicago, St. Louis, Laventille, St. Croix, Jamaica, Brazil, IT, Mississippi, Puerto Rico, England, France, South Carolina, Somalia, Dominica, Harlem, Martinique, Oakland, Suriname, Grenada, Liberia, St. Vincent, the Bahamas, Eritrea, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Colombia, Venezuela. This was a diaspora affliction. For all of the hood girls, this interior colonial infestation of the nations of their births inside of their bodies haunted them hood girls, and she was always sick because of them. Overtired, anemic, and underwhelmed, a parasite that lives inside and around you. And when the hood girl said that she was feeling hurt, people said she was lying. When she said she was tired, they said she was lazy. When she said she was sick, they said she was faking. When she said she was angry, they said she was crazy. When she said she was crazy, they said she was better off dead. When she was dead, they said she was weak and lazier than they thought. The reality was and remains that the hood girl practices every kind of exorcism to get America out of her, and it works because she never lost the spiritual technology that lies in the swirl of her nappy hair, the whirlwind of her hips. And when the hood girl needs to rid herself of the poison of America, she lays herself in a fetal position on soft, lush, earthy earth, goes cheek to cheek with the free black dirt, and cries.